Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the news postcarded on TayNinhTV with some last events now arriving as well as nationwide. And here are our stories today. Ladies and gentlemen, on the afternoon of August the 4th, the head of Economic Budget Committee of TayNinh Provincial People's Council, Nguyễn Hoàng Nam, chaired a conference to review the contents of the economic budget bill presented at the second section of the 10th Provincial People's Council. Attending the conference, there were also members of Standing Committee of Provincial Party Committee, Permanent Vice Chairwoman of the TayNinh Provincial People's Council, Nguyễn Đại Thi. At the conference, the delegates focused on reviewing report submissions and draft resolutions to be presented at the upcoming section, revolving around the fields of economic development, public investment activities, and the private budget's revenue and expenditure estimates after the merger. The Provincial People's Council committees, departments and branches actively participated in the discussion and contributed many opinions to clarify the contents of the review report. Accordingly, delegates requested to clarify more specific information on the assessment of a number of indicators, especially the indicators on the poverty rate, clean water usage rate, social housing indicators, public investment capital, budget revenue and expenditure, etc. Clarifying these figures is considered necessary for the People's Council to have an accurate view and thereby making appropriate decisions to ensure the social security and sustainable development for the locality. This is the basis for the People's Council to make correct decisions, writing a solid foundation for the sustainable development of the TayNinh province in the coming time.
After the merger of administrative units, timely and effective settlement of administrative procedures plays a key role in stabilizing the organizational apparatus and creating just for the people. TayNinh World has become a bright spot when synchronously implementing solutions, ensuring that nearly 98% of records are resolved correctly and before the deadline, without any delays or complaints from the people. In July alone, the Center received more than 1,120 administrative records, of which nearly 98% were resolved correctly and before the deadline. Notably, there were no complaints or recommendations from the people and organizations during the process of receiving and processing records, clearly demonstrating the people's trust and satisfaction with the staff and civil servants at the Center. In addition to the achieved results, the Center still faces some difficulties such as limited equipment, unsynchronized data processing speed, and difficulties in reusing administrative procedure settlement results. To continue to improve service efficiency in the coming time, the Center will strictly implement the operating regulations at the same time, strengthen coordination with specialized departments in handling records, aiming for a professional, modern, and friendly administrative service.
And on the afternoon of August the 4th, the Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, Phạm Tấn Hòa, chaired a meeting with the consulting unit on participating in the National Achievements Exhibition to celebrate the 80th anniversary of our country's National Day. Attending the event, there were Vice Chairman of Provincial Vietnam Philanthrop Front Committee Nguyễn Tiến Tân, Deputy Head of Provincial Party Committee's Propaganda and Mass Mobilization Department, Mai Đặng Thảo Nguyên. Accordingly, with the exhibition idea of TayNinh aspiration for integration and sustainable development, the exhibition Voice of TayNinh province was designed by the consulting unit with the idea of a conference circle, including 5 main sub-areas: land of convergence of many cultural colors, period of 1945 to 1975, courageous and resilient, the periods of 1975 to the 2000, revival, innovation, breakthrough, and the period from 2000 to 2025 is West Key Economic Corridor. TayNinh is ready to enter a new era with the country. Speaking at the meeting, the Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, Phạm Tấn Hòa, emphasized that the arrangement of the exhibition space need to fully and vividly reflect the province's outstanding achievements in all fields. He requested the Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism to preside over, coordinate with the consulting unit, and adjust the design in accordance with the historical flow. Preserving the traditional cultural identity of TayNinh, the departments and the branches coordinate with the Departments of Culture, Sports and Tourism to review and supplement documents, images with the contributing professional, concise and unique exhibition space, contributing to affirming the position and aspirations of TayNinh in a journey of development with the country. And in order to create a transparent and open business environment for businesses and improve the people's understanding of the law from 2021 to present, the dissemination and updating of laws in the province has been promoted, demonstrating the determination of the government to accompany the development of the community.
From 2021 to present, the Provincial Business Committee has updated more than 670 legal documents, including resolutions of the People's Council and decisions of the Provincial Business Committee, into the national database, of which the former Long An Province has 338 documents. The former TayNinhTV Province has 333 documents. This number shows the province's proactiveness and timeliness in ensuring that the legal system is fully and accurately updated. In addition, the Department of Justice has also stepped up the dissemination of new legal documents, especially policies to support small and medium-sized enterprises, through the province electronic information portal and specialized information page. Notably, the website of the Provincial Business Association has been built, creating an effective information channel to disseminate the party's policies and the state's laws on labor, creating transparency and trust in labor relations.
And ladies and gentlemen, although there are still challenges with the vast participation of provincial leaders, the departments, branches, and localities, the state budget collection activities of the province have achieved many positive results. It is worth mentioning that relevant units continue to propose the key solution to complete the state budget collection estimate for 2025, raising the momentum to promote the rapid and sustainable socio-economic development. It is worth mentioning that relevant units continue to propose the key solutions to complete the state budget collection estimate for 2025, creating the momentum to promote rapid and sustainable socio-economic development. Determining that the state budget collection plays an extremely important role in the development of the locality. From the beginning of the year, the province requested the branches to focus on the key solutions, proactively coordinate, promptly ramp and remove challenges so that the budget collection management and exploitation of revenue sources ensure the correct and sufficient collection according to regulations. In 2025, the Tax Department of TayNinhTV Province will manage taxes in 11 communes and will be assigned a total budget revenue estimate of more than 1,367 billion Vietnam dong. And by the end of July 2025, the Tax Department of TayNinhTV Province will collect more than 1,300 billion Vietnam dong, reaching more than 103% of the assigned estimate. The Tax Department of TayNinhTV Province is determined to complete the task of collecting the budgets at the highest level, in particular focusing on implementing digital transformation to carry out administrative reforms as well as solving issues related to tax obligations of taxpayers in the area, with a high determination and excellent completion of the task of collecting the budgets in 2025 at the highest level. At the same time, the province also requested the units to support and create favorable conditions for the taxpayers in the process of operations, stabilize production and business, as well as fully fulfill financial obligations to the state. In 2025, the company's production plan is to increase output by 30% compared to last year, while increasing budget contribution to the state, implementing the two-level local government. During the implementation process, there were also some procedures that were stuck, but through the tax sector, we enthusiastically supported and helped businesses fulfill their financial obligations to the state and locality. Similarly, the taxpayer number 2 of the province was assigned at the state budget revenue estimate of more than 1,059 billion Vietnam dong. And thanks to the good performance of tasks as well as timely support and solution for the taxpayers, by the end of July 2025, more than 855 billion Vietnam dong has been collected, reaching about 81% of the assigned plan estimate. This year, Tax Department number 2 completed the budget collection task early. However, the collection process also has some revenues that did not exceed the same period. To carry out this task in the remaining months, the Tax Department number 2 also developed specific tasks and solutions. In general, by the end of July 2025, the total state budget revenue in the area reached more than 28,000 billion Vietnam dong and reaching nearly 76% of the central budget estimate, 75% of the Provincial People's Council estimate, and increasing of 35.5% over the same period. to complete the budget collection task. The Provincial Bills Committee requests provincial departments, branches and sectors and chairman of People's Committee of Communes and Wards to focus on synchronously implementing the tasks and solutions to organize, manage and operate the state budgets. At the same time, implement a number of key tasks and solutions related to state budget finance according to assigned functions and tasks. And aiming for a modern, friendly and efficient administration, TayNinhTV Province has been promoting the provision of online public services. This not only contributes to saving the time and cost, but also enhances transparency in the operations of state agencies. And up to now, TayNinhTV Province has provided over 2,000 online public services, of which about 20% are full service public services, and the remaining 80% are partial public services. Notably, the province has integrated over 1,500 public services onto the National Public Service Portal, creating maximum convenience for the people and businesses when carrying out administrative procedures. To encourage the people to use online public services, the province is submitting to the Provincial People's Council a resolution regulating the policies of collecting zero Vietnam dong fees and charges for administrative procedures when using online public services of TayNinhTV Province. And in order to implement the policy of streamlining the apparatus and improving the efficiency of local government operations, the Bills Committee of TayNinhTV Province has issued guidelines on the arrangement and assignment of non-professional staff at the commune level.
In accordance with Official Dispatch Number 12 of the Steering Committee for the Arrangement of Administrative Units at all levels, TayNinhTV Province has proposed flexible arrangements for this term. Specifically, from July 1st, 2025, cases subject to arrangement will be temporarily arranged to positions supporting the new commune-level political system or take on non-professional positions in hamlets and quarters. In addition to the rearrangement, the province also issued policies to promptly and appropriately resolve regimes and benefits to ensure the life of this force. According to the roadmap, from now until May 31st, 2026, TayNinhTV will continue to arrange about 2,570 people to work part-time at the commune level. This is an important step to perfect the roster administrative apparatus in a streamlined, effective and efficient manner, while creating consensus among local officials, contributing to building a modern, professional, and closer to the people administration.
And ladies and gentlemen, after merging administrative units, King Tường Ward of TayNinhTV Province identified the digitization of the administrative procedures as a key task to serve the people quickly and transparently, and currently more than 99% of the results of handling records at the Ward's one-stop department are digitized synchronously. At the Ward's Reception and Result Return Department, on procedures from household registration, authentication, and land business, etc., are performed online software connected to the National Database on Population. And thanks to digitization, records are stored securely and easily retrieved. This not only serves as the government in managing records and planning in the new period, but also helps the people to quickly complete the procedures and monitor the progress of processing records via phone through the QR code attached to each record. Before, when I went to get a business license, it took a lot of time. Now I just need to bring my season ID card. The result will be returned after 3 days via the post office. This helped me save a lot of money and time. I'm very satisfied. Previously, when the people came to attract land records or social security records, we had to look through the stack of paper records to find. And sometimes it took us a whole day to research, and now all the data has been digitized so much that it not only takes a few operations on the computer to get the results. Not stopping at the story of technology, King Tường Ward focuses on training staff, transforming the mindset from management to service to effectively operate the electronic one-stop shop system and digitize data. At the reception department, young staff directly guide the people to operate online public services. As for the elderly, records are still received manually. Then all data is entered into the system to ensure the consistency. And statistics show that from July the 1st to now, King Tường World Public Administration Service Center has received and processed for 640 over 930 records, of which more than 99% have been digitized. The satisfaction rate of the people is over 90%. In the coming time, the Public Administration Center will continue to innovate the more flexible and proactive in digital government advisory work, coordinate between the sectors, and at the same time, strengthen digital communication for the people to participate and benefit together towards a modern civil service. Promoting the digitalization and administrative procedures not only helps reduce pressure on the administrative apparatus after the merger, but also lays the foundation for building a digital government in the new period. From pile of paper now becoming digital data, it is the basis for deploying high-level online public services, from manual work now switching to online service, opening up the new look for administrative reform at the grassroots level, bringing the government closer to the people. And after the merger, TayNinhTV has a total of over 576,000 young people, accounting for a significant proportion of the population, and this force is becoming an important resource, actively contributing to the overall development of the locality. According to the latest data of the total number of young people in the province, men account for about 52%, equivalent to nearly 300,000 people, and women account for over 277,000 people. Young people in rural areas account for the majority, accounting for 76%, equivalent to about 440,000 people. A notable highlight is that about 80,000 young people are the students. This is the core force for the development of knowledge and innovation in the future. TayNinhTV young today not only have patriotism and national pride, but also have a strong political will. They always believe in the leadership of the party. In addition, young people also demonstrate a healthy lifestyle, are compassionate, and was pioneers in volunteer activities and actively participate in all areas of social life.
In July 2025, TayNinhTV Provincial Tax Department completed the inspection and examination at 171 enterprises in the area. Thereby, many violations related to tax policies were detected and handled. According to the conclusion decision of the tax authority, the total amount of financial handling after the inspection was nearly 97 billion Vietnam dong, of which administrative fees were nearly 25 billion Vietnam dong, collecting additional taxes and penalties of nearly 45 billion Vietnam dong, late payment and tax refunds of 28 billion Vietnam dong. To date, the amount collected and paid is over 78 billion Vietnam dong. Through inspection, the tax sector identified the main violations as false declaration of tax calculation basis, leading to a reduction in the amount of tax payable, input tax deduction for goods and services not serving production and business. In the coming time, TayNinhTV Provincial Tax Department emphasized that it will continue to strengthen inspection, examination, and swiftly handle violations, while recommending that businesses comply with tax laws to ensure fairness and stability of local budget revenue.
And regarding the resettlement of administrative procedures, the new way that Hanoi is applying has created many surprises for the people. When coming to do procedures at public administrative service points, many people were surprised to be served the free food, drinks, and also healthcare. The notice of the reporter shows that the thoughtfulness and dedication in the service have created a friendly, close atmosphere and helping the people feel more comfortable and secure when carrying out administrative procedures. Today I came to work with my mother. The work went very smoothly and everyone helped enthusiastically like family, very friendly. I didn't know they were enthusiastic instructions. Comfortable after finishing the work, there were also case water clips and this blood pressure monitor. Taking care of the health of those who work here, I didn't know she has high blood pressure. And thank you for your thoughtful concern. Also hope it is always like this, not like at first and then again, so that every place can serve like this comfortably without being distant like family. Free support for many things at the door is free consultation, support for declaring documents and free photocopies, free file covers. We also arrange the tea, candy, even update information to install e-Hanoi to receive results early. All are available. The goal is to take the people's satisfaction as a measure to evaluate each civil servant, and 15 procedures are admitted. But the most desirable thing is that the procedures are the smooth result according to the correct process and time limit. And that's all for today, TV News. Thank you for being with us, and goodbye for now.